Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to share something that was in my heart with all of you, and I know it will bless you, not just during this lockdown period, but also for the rest of your life. So, if you were to ask one thing to God, say God appeared to you and he asked you, son, daughter, what is it that you wish for in your life? What was it that you would answer him? I must admit, if God appeared to me like that and asked me this question, I probably would faint and fall down, and just out of shock. So, but just imagine that you've been asked this question by God, and what is the one thing that you would be wanting to ask? Now, while you're thinking about what you may be asking, I'm going to give you a tip. Just in case God appears to you and asks you this question, here is one really great thing that you can ask for Him. And this is it. Are you ready? Wisdom, heavenly wisdom. Now, you may think, but aren't there other more important things in life? Maybe. But we read in the Bible of King Solomon, who had a similar experience where shortly after he took over the kingdom from his father David, God appeared to him and asked him this same question, saying, what do you want? Ask and I will give it to you. King Solomon responded to God saying, give me the wisdom and knowledge to lead them as in the people, properly, for who could possibly govern this great people of yours? God was so impressed with this request that he said that because you didn't ask for money and wealth and power and all those things, and instead you ask for wisdom, I'm actually going to give you wisdom, but not just that, I'm actually going to give you everything else, including money, power, position, and all those things, and that there will be no other king like King Solomon before and after his time. So God seemed to have been really impressed by this one request that Solomon gave. So what's the big deal about wisdom? Wisdom, to make you understand it in simple words, is simply something that helps you choose between what is right and what is wrong. In fact, wisdom is what will help you to do the right thing at the right time. It will help you to make the right choices in life. It will help you do the right things at the right time. There's a lot of people out there who have a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of people who know a lot of things, but I think there is a serious lack of people who are wise. You can be super educated. You could have gone to Harvard, MIT, wherever it is, but you can still miss wisdom, because wisdom is something that comes from above, from heaven. So, when I was young, I was pretty average in my school. I liked to do everything in the school, whether it was sports or arts or whatever it is. I loved doing all those things, but I was never really good at anything. I was just okay, and that kind of bugged me because I really wanted something more in my life. And one day, I think it was one of my cousin brothers, older cousin brother, who said, Jobin, one thing that you can do is just read the book of Proverbs. Even if you don't do anything else, just read the book of Proverbs, and you'll see what it does to you. So I took the advice, and I had nothing to lose, so I started reading the entire book of Proverbs. Now, I must admit, I didn't understand everything that was spoken in the book, but I just kept reading it anyways. You won't believe it. As I finished reading the book, I felt different. I suddenly felt like I knew more things, or I knew how to handle situations. Let me give you an example. One of my favorite verses, even to this date, is in Proverbs chapter 17, verses 28, which says, even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. So the word of God, or King Solomon in all his wisdom, is saying that even if you are a fool, if you keep your mouth shut, people will think that you are intelligent. I think, to be honest, many times I don't know what to say, but just keeping my mouth shut, gives us perception to people that you know something and that you are wise and you're thinking or you're contemplating about it. But that's the truth of the Word of God, is that you don't always speaking more does not make you more smart. Sometimes speaking less is actually more intelligent, even if you know a lot or not. So just as an example, and the book of Proverbs gives us so many practical examples of how to deal with situations in life. So personally, this wisdom has guided me all throughout my life, even to this date. And honestly, I can say one thing, that it differentiates me as a child of God from my friends or colleagues and other people who do not have this wisdom. So no wonder, God was impressed by Solomon's request. So I want to encourage you to do the same. Number one is ask for wisdom. The book of James, chapter 1, verses 5 says, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking. So you have nothing to lose. You just have to believe and ask for him. How easy is that? Number two, read the book of Proverbs, at least a chapter a day, and see how it will transform your life. So this is my challenge to you. While we are in this lockdown period, I don't know what you're going through in your life, but know there's one thing, that God is always next to you. And when he's there, why didn't you ask him for wisdom? And also start reading the book of Proverbs. It will change your life for the better. Trust me. Like I always tell my kids, you will thank me for this later. So God bless you and take care. And parents, please show this video to your kids if they don't have a phone. Thank you. What are you waiting for? Go for it. Come on.